Hey, fuck my last video up. But I was saying, when I got on here, I was saying, like, I had stopped rapping this shit a while ago because I started to grow, started to heal, and, you know, as you grow and you heal, your mindset change. So, the shit I was used to rap about, I couldn't rap about it no more, you know? And on top of that, a lot of healing needed to be done in my life. So, I didn't want to, like, just go around feeding, you know, bullshit to my younger youth, my generation and shit. I didn't want to go around just feeding all kind of, you know, BS to the youth. So I had to do some healing and some growing, which that's what I did.
I respect that, gang. It takes a real man to admit that, you know, you was making music about what you was really going through in real life, but at the same time, you realize that, you know, your music is influencing younger kids to do what you rapping in your music. So if you rapping about going on drills and, you know, shooting this nigga, shooting that nigga, you know, robbing this person, robbing that person, you know, he realized that his music is gonna influence kids to do things that's gonna put them in jail, you know what I'm saying? So I respect Lud Foe for, you know, taking a step back. You feel me? Do I think he should have just quit music entirely? No, I think he should have just changed what his music is about. You feel me? Because you don't gotta rap about that type of stuff, bro. You can rap about other things that's going on in your life instead of just quitting, not doing music at all, because you still got a fan base, bro. There's a lot of people that want to hear some new music from bro. You know what I'm saying?
As I started to do that, a lot of people that I was around, when I was hanging around, like all my old friends and shit, it's like they ain't want me to do that. It's like they went against it. They ain't want me to heal. They ain't want me to grow. Like, they went against it. So once they started to get wind that I'm healing and I'm growing and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and they still was doing the same thing, they get to try to remind me of who I used to be. They want to remind me of who I used to be, you know? When I done already overcame that, I'm already healed. But they want to remind me of who I used to be. They self feel good about the person they is today. And I ain't the type of person to get on this internet and bash none of my homies or none, because I ain't never did that. And I ain't never got on the internet talk about nobody. I ain't never did that. You can't find one video of me on the internet arguing with somebody or putting somebody down. I ain't never did that.
Yeah, that's normal, man. I mean, if you was acting a certain type of way for a long time, right? And then you start changing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you start changing, like, how you talk, what you rap about, the things you want to do. You feel me? The homies gonna look at you like you a weirdo, bro. They gonna be like, hey, bro, remember when you went on this drill last week, bro? Hey, bro, remember when you slid the O block and did this? Like, now you rapping about, hey, man, we should start meditating, you feel me? Like, of course they gonna look at you like you weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they've known you for being a certain type of way for this long. So what people do is, like, when people see you evolving, when people see you growing as a man, bro, they want to bring up your past because they feel uncomfortable being around this new version of you. Because people that have known you from, like, back in the day, bro, they're always gonna look at you that same way. You feel me? They're not ever gonna look at you as something other than what they knew you from back in the day when y'all was growing up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, as you start to grow, you got to separate yourself from the people, and you got to find some new friends, bro. You got to find new homies to kick it with. That's on what you want. You feel me? Because if you not on that type of shit no more, and the homies is still on that, the longer that you keep hanging out with them, bro, they gonna keep trying to bring you back to your old ways, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing you can do at that point is just fall back, separate yourself. You don't gotta cut them off entirely, but you just gotta stop hanging out with them all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they not gonna see the change in you, bro. It's only gonna be the new people that you start kicking it with. You know what I'm saying? But Lud Foe, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. First of all, bro, it looked like you recorded this video on like a BlackBerry or some type of like old ass Android, bro. Get you a new phone, gang. And number two, bro, we need some new music, bro. Like, Lud Foe was one of the hardest rappers from Chicago, bro. It seemed like Lud Foe started watching some spiritual Daylight videos. Y'all remember when Daylight used to go live all the time talking about, you know, woke stuff and stuff like that? Shout out to him, you feel me? But that's what it seemed like Lud Foe did a couple years ago. It seemed like Lud Foe started watching some spiritual soul Illuminati videos, start watching some daylight videos, and he started realizing that the music that he was making, bruh, you know, it wasn't benefiting the world in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? Like, other than people playing it in the car and turn it up, like, you know, he making the kids want to, you know, do bad shit. You feel me? So I respect that, but at the same time, bruh, you can't just alienate your fan base, bruh. You got fans that love your music, bruh. And show the fans who you are today, bruh. Shit, if you want to make an album about peace or about love, nigga, or about, you know, what's going on in your personal life, gang, then do that, bruh. But you can't, don't just stop doing music for years, bruh, when you got a whole fan base of people that rock with your music, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
I always try to uplift everybody, but there's only so much you could take. Like, a person to just keep poking, and just try to, you know, use you as a punching bag because they don't want to face certain trauma that they going through in their life. Everybody channel their trauma different, you know? And it took a long time for me to heal from a lot of the shit I went through. You know?
It's real, man. Like, bro, like, you know, we all go through some type of trauma in our childhood. Not evolved, you know, most of us, you feel me? And, you know, that can cause us to, you know, take the wrong path, you know, get aggressive, you know what I'm saying? Start doing things that can get you in some trouble. You know what I'm saying? You may go to the studio and rap about that shit, you feel me? But once you realize the trauma and you decide to fix it, like Lud Foe did, right? The people around you that don't want to face their own trauma, that don't want to, you know, deal with the issues that they had that caused them to go down the wrong path, right? They'll start coming at you a little crazy because you done bettered yourself as a man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Lud Foe was talking about, bro. Basically, you know, he was one of the biggest Chicago rappers. He was getting millions of views. He was dropping, you know, good songs that was going viral left and right, right? People looked at him a certain type of way based off of what the music was about. And then he realized that, you know, his childhood, some trauma caused him to, you know, make music that isn't going to influence kids to go down the right path. And once he realized that, he stopped doing it, started bettering himself, started dealing with, you know, his personal issues to get past that. And the people around him wasn't feeling that, bruh. They wanted Lud Foe to keep, you know, making drill music, keep shooting these music videos, you feel me? You know? And listen, I'm pretty sure at the time they felt like they were supporting him. Cause like I said, bruh, dude, like, you go look his name up on YouTube. Lud Foe got millions of views, bruh, from his music, bruh. Bruh was definitely one of the biggest Chicago rappers. He wasn't big on a mainstream level like a Chief Keef and Lil Durk, but he definitely had a lot of motion, bruh. Like, to this day, I see people on Twitter saying, what happened to Lud Foe? Why Lud Foe don't drop music? Bruh, I had a white homie put me on Lud Foe's music. I never heard of him. I was just smoking with the homie. He was the plug. And he said, bro, you know who Lud Foe is? I said, who the hell is that? I said, what is a Lud Foe? Is that like some type of like Dorito chip or something? What is a Lud Foe? He said, it's a rapper. So, okay, put me on. He played his music. I'm like, bro, this nigga hard. Nigga maybe harder than Chief Keef. Pause. I'm like, come, maybe harder than Chief Keef and Durk, bro. Like, bro, snapping. You know what I'm saying? And then he just disappeared, bro. I don't think he's put out a song in like 5-6 years now, bro, which is crazy. But Lud Foe, man, salute to you, man. I'm proud of you, gang. It takes a real man to admit what you're saying, because a lot of these rappers, bro, like I seen NBA Youngboy do the same thing. Like, he did an interview acknowledging that his music, you know, isn't a good influence for the youth. And then a couple months later, he went right back to making that same type of music. Why? Because that music makes a lot of money, bro. Most people are going to put money over morals. You know what I'm saying? That's just the world that we live in, bro. So salute to Lud Foe, man. Let me know what y'all think about this video, man. It's your boy Days. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, click that hype button for your boy. Do y'all want to see Lud Foe drop some new music, man? And if you're a fan of Lud Foe, let me know y'all favorite Lud Foe songs in the comment section. I'm out.